looks like I'm at that screen. Let's do this. Looks like I'm good. Okay. Ba. Hello, people of the internet. Welcome. I have missed, let's see, 3 streams, and I am super sorry about that. I've been very busy lately. Sorry about that, but we're going to continue our build of this sky place. Sorry if it's a little bit glitchy. Or a little bit spotty here and there. Let me bring up chat so I can actually see what's going down, because I can see people's stuff. Hey, Sandwich Gang, I see you there. Almost didn't have chat up there for a second. Yeah, I've been out for a couple days. I've been out doing a couple things that I may have to put into a video, to be fair. It's been a lot of stuff. But just a brief explanation. I've been out for the last few days. I've been out getting a car, realizing that I've got ripped off when I bought said car, figuring out how to get a car in my name legally, doing all that. Then when I was trying to get it done, get food poisoning, deal with food poisoning for 3 days. Today's the 3rd day, so I'm done. Today's the last day. I'm going back to work tomorrow. Then having a weekend. I might as well just take tomorrow off. And then today, realizing that I needed a $200 part to fix the car so I can pass the state's inspection before it reaches anything else, and I am just ecstatic about it, you know. But you know what? You can't win them all, and that's okay. We can live. We can live. Type of car. I actually happy about the purchase I've made. It wasn't a bad purchase. It was a 2013 Nissan Maxima. I bought it because I wanted something with a little bit more oomph. I drive on a lot of backcountry roads, and trucks in Texas do not care whatsoever about anybody else around them. So they will be going 75 to 80 miles an hour down a 65 mile an hour road for no reason. They don't have to go that fast, but because they are there, they will go that fast. Oh, let me turn up pump up the jams, pump it up. Let's keep the party bumping. Where you at? Let's there goes. Next. Actually, let's shuffle play. There we go. That should be good. Good car. Everyone says that. Although, getting it insured, ooh boy. Had I known that as soon as you enter the realm of sports cardom, that your stuff just gets exponentially more expensive, I would have been like, oh, let me go ahead and get the Ultima with a 3.5 engine in it. But I didn't know. So, you know, you can't pick and choose your battles when you're buying used cars. You got to figure out what you want, and you got to figure out if that's worth it. And it was worth it. It's because it's still cheap for what I bought it for, and even the repairs don't cost that much. I'm just doing ancillary repairs at least in the state of Texas, because of course I am doing whatever. Point is, it wasn't a loss. It's not a loss for me. It doesn't matter to me if I have all the things that I need. It's just the things that I want could be there. Let me put my headphones in. I don't hear this game in my speakers. Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot. Of course, because if you put your headphones in the headphone jack, it stops the audio going from your speakers to your headphones. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I should make my 3D glasses. Okay, well, I like them. I just don't know how to do that. build my 3D glasses. I was thinking about doing something like that. Maybe not, because this is like a really cool looking thing. Maybe on in a different place to this. Not exactly here. And I'll probably put it somewhere else. I want to finish this first. That's good on the list. Because I was gonna make after this, I was gonna make like an airfield, but it's probably a good statue to make. Okay, because I need a reference on pixel animation because I don't pixel art because I'm not a good artist. I'm okay. I would say that I'm okay. I've seen people who draw worse than I do. I'm very, very childish for the drawing style, from what I understand. And people say that's it's okay. I'm okay for the drawing style. But it's very like if you were to see my drawing styles, you're like, oh, that's why it's childish. I think I have one picture that I drew of my brother. It's why, Lord Jesus, go to sleep. I hope you don't have like classes in the morning. I can see why you hang around for the Saturday morning streams. Something I didn't do one this week. October break. What? Listen, Mr. Sandwich. I'm gonna have to ask you to explain what in the world is an October break? Because as far as I know, school is still in session. At least over here. Because the American school system is so robust and pure that it has to go through many iterations of the same thing every year. Nothing at all is taught twice. Ever. Ever. I'm super bitter about that, by the way. Probably should explain that. There's so many video ideas I'm going to be doing. I have them all written down. Just that I have to do them. And the problem is I don't want to commit to an idea because sometimes, like, oh, the idea is there for like a month. Okay, so I'm making like a it's like another part thing, so I need to make this side. Ugh. I'm so glad I don't have food poisoning anymore, or else that burp would have meant danger. Oh boy, it was hectic, man. Have you ever had food poisoning? We have. Oh, okay. You're in Scotland. Wow, a lot of people I know through the YouTube community, they live somewhere else. They do not live. They do not live in America. Honestly, it's through the YouTube community. I don't know about anything else. Of course, I know some people that live in the YouTube community, and they are vicious. They will start to try to prop themselves up anytime. However, like with Revis Imperium, I don't have a problem if they come into the world that I'm building and they build something that looks cool and then do that stuff. Scottish Sand Beach. I know, but there you go. Listen, just because your name says that doesn't mean I know that you're Scottish. Come on now. People on the internet can be crazy. My name is Kick Dude. I could be from Australia. You don't know. My accent definitely doesn't sound Australian, but you don't know that. Okay, so this is one of the entrances here, and I'm thinking of making this like a town square type deal. Even though this is a total town square, this is like a little recreational area. You know how some that is true, but there are some certain things that I've known about how people in America versus people out overseas treat themselves. A lot of people out overseas or even on the internet, after a certain point, they just stop lying and about their who they are online. They just say like, you know what, you do realize I'm X Y Z. I was just lying this entire time just to get a reaction out of you. And everyone was like, oh, and they have a laugh about it. But Americans, and I know because I've done this for a while, my channel's a testament, because I still say to this day, I'm a fabric man. And it's just is that mentality of trying to keep something going for the longest that they can possibly make it last. And that's just milking it. People just sometimes don't know how to let go. And for me, because I built a brand about it and I'm starting to see that brand flourish, I just can't let it go. So, oops. And, you live, you learn. Also, I genuinely believe people usually until I'm proven wrong by something that they say. And also, people wouldn't lie there from a different country just to go over, because I actually see my stats all the time. I'm actually more popular outside of America. That's crazy to think about, but yeah. So I'm not like it's crazy to think about that, but yeah, it's totally true. Okay, so let's see. How am I gonna build this thing? If I wanted to incorporate anything at all, so this has to be there, but it also has to incorporate that. Maybe the 3 colors. But I did choose some weird freaking colors to make a design with. This is a horrible design. I need to make a market, and that's where the market's going to go. And the housing district's going to go on this right side. But the entrance to the market district has to look nice and luxurious. But what can I use as a reference? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Can I use something? Can I put it on the screen as well? Hold on. I'm gonna look. Let's go back to this one so you guys can see what I'm looking up. I'm gonna open up another tab on Google Chrome so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I'm gonna look up hallway passages, or like entrance hallways, and see if we can get it. Entrance hallways. Boom. Let's see what we got. This is not really what I'm looking for. This is sort of what I'm looking for, but more like, entrance hallways. I guess entrance archways would make more sense. Entrance arc. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's kind of cool looking. That's also kind of cool looking, but a little too. I have not seen It Chapter 2. I am a baby. I do not like scary movies. Although I did see It original one. And even then, I didn't think it was that scary because it's like I'm not afraid of clowns, and I always heckle movies, so it's a push and pull. When I know what I'm getting into, I start heckling it. I don't like this. I don't like these designs. They make me yeah. So like this is the most boring design, I think. These longshore designs. Ooh, this looks cool though. Can I turn it? Let's blow this up a little bit. Blow it up. I want to see the look at this. I could use this as inspiration. Yeah, you know what? Let's put this as inspiration. Let's use that as inspiration. Now, I'm not gonna keep this up the entire time. I'm gonna put it off to the side. You know what? I'm gonna do this though because you guys probably want to. Let's see. What is this? Let's save the image. Save image as. Actually, it's right there. That's good. Okay, I'll use that, and that'll work. And okay. National Coming Out Day. Ah. Didn't know that was it had to be done in a specific day. Okay, that's a horrible joke. I'm sorry. Oh boy, that's a horrible joke to make out loud. I really wish I hadn't said that out loud. How's this tool? Alright, that'll be fine. And then go into here. Let's see if we can do this. Transition back. And then we're going to add a source that's just a picture. So it's an image slideshow, or just, no, it's just a media source. No, that's not what I'm looking for. So it's image. Source. Add source. What the heck? What did I do? Delete. Remove. Yes. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Image. Add source. Yeah, just an image. Browse. Go to quick access. Should be the first one. Done. Top right hand corner is going to be what I'm looking for. While you guys can see, also I can see. Boom. There you guys. You guys cannot see what I'm aiming at. Yeah. That was a very poor joke on my part. Let's go ahead and zoom that in again. Okay. So let's see. So there's 3 archways, but it looks like there's rooms on each side. There's fences on the bottom. I don't have enough room for that. Even if I make the room like a 3x3, it has to be a room for me. It has to have some purpose. It has to look good. And 3x3 on the inside means a 5x5 wall. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can make a useful room, because if I want to make 2 small things here, you know what? Because I have to leave some room for a walkway, and I don't want to smack it up against this thing. It is one. Yeah. I've been busy though. That, and you'd think I'd be able to watch food poisoning when you watch any type of anime when you had food poisoning. But guess what? You're in excruciating pain and you can't watch nothing. Well, at least for me, it felt like honestly, if I can explain the amount of pain I was going through, it felt like the first day. It felt like someone had taken a shovel and smacked my abdomen with it a couple times, and then when the first bout came in, right? Oh, what's up, Lavender Heart? I was explaining that how food poisoning felt. Sorry, you bumped right in the middle of that. I feel very bad for you. But yeah, I got food poisoning, and basically because and basically the whole point was that because I had food poisoning, the Sandwich Gang was saying that, oh, you know, why don't you just why didn't you watch like anything when you were out? And I'm like, oh, well, not he didn't say that, but you know, I could have watched anything when you had food poisoning, but realistically I was in so much pain I couldn't do anything, right? And I was saying that the way it felt like someone got a shovel and smacked me in the stomach a couple times with it, right? When the first bout came in, I was like, oh man, it must have been me just working out or something, or because I did do a lot of physical activity the day that I got it. It's like, okay, you know what? I'll just take it easy the next day, and at work. And at work, it got even progressively worse, where it felt like someone had put a 50-pound weight on the back of my head, and I was like, ooh, this does not feel great. Got home, attempted to eat some small little crackers, these almond butter crackers. They taste amazing, but it ended up like as it made contact with my tongue, my body was like, no, don't take that back, you don't want that. And immediately I was like, oh dude, this is gonna suck. I have no idea what I've got. All the things that could go wrong went wrong. So I didn't text my boss immediately, and from there it just went downhill. It was horrible. It felt like from there someone had then just grabbed my stomach and twisted it, and I wasn't able to eat anything, and it was consistently just rumbling everything, and it was not good. Oh boy, it sucks. Don't ever get, just PSA, just quick PSA announcement for everybody, just real quick. Don't get food poisoning. Okay? The little PSA from me to you guys. It's never good. Oh boy, I don't wish it upon my worst enemies now that I've had it. What is this? I was confused as to why I was getting this weird ambience track. So okay, so I'm probably not gonna do the double pattern, the triple hallway pattern, even though I wanted to, because I don't think I have enough room to make a significant room that'll get us to the top, because I think that's the whole point of those rooms on the sides, is being able to get onto the top. Because you remember, these places, these little like entrances were like ways to get into like other stuff. So I don't think it was gonna be good. So I'm probably gonna avoid doing the double over entrance or the triple entrance look. Probably just gonna do just a single archway, because I don't think I'd be able to get away with a 3x3, then another 3x3, or even like a single post hitting the ground. Probably won't look as good. I want it to look good, and for that you need at least a column of some sort that looks decent. But this is gonna be you know what? This is too small of an archway too, because if it's this 1, 2, 1, 2, that's not gonna be big. It has to be like short for that. So let's see. Maybe it'll work. Maybe. Because that is a small room. Maybe it's just meant for access. So you know what? Let's start off where I was. So this is actually a pretty good place. So let's do a 3. The problem with a 3x3 room is that it's a 5x5 on the outside. The smallest room you can make in Minecraft is a 2. I don't want to like making those. But in order to make this a hallway, I have to make it right there. Like that's not even close to doing it justice. I think I'd rather just leave it like this. Aesthetically, that'll look fine. And I think I'm okay with it having a little bit more of an archway, a bigger, better archway to have this stretch out into being like some kind of thing, versus like making it look weird. Yeah, you know what? I'll just keep it like that. I'm not bothered by it. So how many blocks away is that? 3? That's actually not that bad. 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. Here's a question for everybody. Cause I asked this question a while back to some of my friends, and I got varying responses. And one of those responses actually is something I tried before. But what is the weirdest food combination that you have heard of, have tried, or think is a good idea? Outdoors. Okay. So that's just gonna be a straight up no. This mouse is glitching on me. I need to get a new one. Every once in a while when I'm rolling, it just... Chocolate pizza. Wow, that sounds... Ugh. Ouch. I used to not eat healthy. And I used to think shredded cheese and mayo on their hot dogs. Hey. Listen to me now. Listen, real quick. I have a slice of cheese and mayonnaise on my pizza. Not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. That's actually how I eat my my pizza. I said pizza. Hot dogs. That's what I meant to say. Although it would be crazy to have mayonnaise and cheese on a pizza. Holy crap, that would be gross. It's so fattening. But no. I have mayonnaise and cheese on my hot dogs. People say that that's kind of weird, but if you put it on a sandwich, does it not also make sense to put it on a hot dog? Huh? You know? That makes sense. Hmm? The weirdest combination that I know that I have tried is... Wow, my voice just dropped an octave. The weirdest combination I know that I've tried is ice cream and French fries. And a lot of times people are like, that's gross. That's a gross combination. That's okay. That's a little... Okay, that's a little... Liking mayonnaise for the taste. Oh boy. There's something wrong with you, fella. You got a condition. You got an iron deficiency. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Okay. After I quit dancing with my own song. Jesus. So, I used to weigh a lot more than I do now, and I used to eat. So, here was my regular order from Jack in the Box. I don't really eat Jack in the Box anymore because it is super unhealthy for you to eat out all the time. My usual order was one ultimate cheeseburger with bacon, right? With a large drink. On the side, I would get an order of 10 mini churros. And after that, I would get, because with a large drink, you get large fries, and then you get a large ice cream shake. And that would be my order from Jack in the Box that I would go home and eat on the daily for about a year. I'm surprised it didn't get, like, aggressive diabetes from that. Oh boy, I'm so lucky to be alive right now. I'm thinking about it. Oh boy. It's just like them. It's just crazy to think about it. The other one I've heard of, that's kind of a weird one, is people say this is like a faux pas, but eating, like the ways you eat food. So some people will like eat chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, right? Or chicken nuggets with something else other than the specified stuff. People have eaten them with like applesauce. People have eaten them with like dip them in Dr. Pepper. I've heard of that one. It's just a weird amalgamation of like flavors. I think that I haven't experienced yet, and I'm like, bro, I don't really want to experience that. It feels like that's a little much. Oh, both of my favorite songs on my playlist are playing right now. And I'm having a blast right now. Not feeling sick because my stomach isn't hurt. Doesn't feel like someone's holding a shovel straight into my stomach anymore. Sort of feel like. And I'm playing Minecraft while talking to people on the what do all people call it? Interwebs, right? Yeah, interwebs. Okay. That's gonna look nice. If the courtyard opens up to the back here, probably can open it up to here and have this connect in a small alleyway. And a floating alleyway that has no grass, just lit. I'm trying to, and then we're gonna have like, not a castle, maybe a castle. Because castles are so hard to design, and especially when you're trying to build era-specific things with archways and specific type of archways, either they're recessed or pillared or not pillared courts, and then pillared courts archways, and trying to be it gets aggressively hard and difficult when you're trying to do architecture from certain time periods, and mixing them together don't really mix that sometimes. But that's how I do sometimes. Especially since I used to study architecture and I didn't go for the bust. So my archway will begin here. So if I'm going to make a 90-degree archway, I have to make sure that it's up 5 and over 5. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is very tall. I'm just going to go over. But the archway has to end in 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has to be knocked down 1. Which this makes it a little bit easier. Hog dessert sandwiches in my mind. Think about this, right? Think about this, though. Is a quesadilla a sandwich? Huh? Huh? Is a quesadilla a sandwich? We all have this argument about that's hot dogs and sandwiches, right? But is a quesadilla a sandwich as well? You would say yes? Let's see now. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. So I 1 out of 5. I can find that corner a little bit better than that. If I make it a little bit more vertical, probably can get away with Doing a half slat. Doing a full slat. I'm doing a half slat again. Yeah, I probably can do that. Give me a second here. I wish I could just rotate this and have it on that side. You would say yes. Okay. So, what would be your definition as to why? Why would you say yes? It's because it is to be a sandwich, right? People will say it's a different type of food, not even close to being a sandwich because it's a different continent. Because the continent is different, it's a different food entirely, right? Because in that same instance, what makes that different to say something like a calzone? Is a calzone a sandwich because of that same principle? You know? So, does the property of the food change because of that? You know? I know I don't think I'm blowing anybody's minds. I just feel like I'm a little bit... I feel like I brought that question into my mind a long time ago, and I really haven't had a chance to answer it. I don't know whether I'm happy with that or not. Let's get some stairs. Let's see if I'll be happy if I can see some stairs on it, and I can visualize maybe if that's okay, if it's livable, if it's breathable, maybe beautiful cover girl, but we'll only know for sure. Nope. I really wish, like honestly, I really wish I could put a half block this way. It would make stuff a lot easier. But if I were to draw a half circle. Oh boy. You guys ever drink like a flat soda? And then you're like, why am I drinking this? And like, oh, because I had it there for like about 30 minutes already and it's starting to get flat. Then you're like, no, but it still has flavor, so I'm gonna go back for it. You're like, still flat. But I'm gonna go back anyways. Why is that a thing? But then describe a quesadilla, because the way a quesadilla works, right, is stuffed between two other things, right? If it's stuffed between two other things, then the quesadilla is derived from more Central American roots, right? Let's say this is something that I know because I've studied. Like, I get too obsessed about this stuff, guys. Like, it's crazy. So a quesadilla came from a lot of like a long lineage of like, I don't have to do a long lineage of like Central American rooted things. One of them being what's known as the pupusa. When the pupusa was invented, it's literally a maize tortilla, right? Stuffed with what would essentially be known as cheese. Your choice of cheese, beans, pork rinds. This thing called the flour of loruk. I don't remember how to pronounce it. It's just a bunch of different things, and apparently that's where it originated from. And it originated from that. Then people said it made it easier just to make it out of two things. Right? I don't know. What was my point? I was going somewhere with that, and I lost my point. Okay, that's where it was. But a calzone is three different things, though. Now that I remember my point now. But a calzone is three different things, though. Because if a quesadilla can totally be more than one thing, right? It's also a different type of bread, a different type of a different type of top like thing on top. A flour tortilla is completely different. Like you can't eat a flour tortilla with a sandwich. You crazy? You gotta heat it up first, or at least warm it up. Toast it up with some butter. I don't think you want to toast up a... Ugh, that's gross. Thinking about that made me... That's really gross. Toasting up... On second thought, don't toast it up with butter. That sounds like it's a horrible, horrible deal. I'm not a leader right now. Gross. Wow, what did I do here? Oh, that's what I did there. Okay. Well, not too bad, considering I needed 5 to make a smooth one, and I only got 3. I could, but I don't want to do that. An even number makes it weird, because an odd number will at least give me some room to make a curve. Hold on, let's go to a different place and test out these 5 curves. What do I play on PC? Play on PC. Let's do some white and blacks, because I need to figure out a block of quartz, which is white, and a block of coal, which is black. Let's do some whites. How big is this? Okay, so the beginning of the curve is down here, so it's from the tree line, from this line, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 by 5 is the final dimensions we have. So we have 5 on the outside, so that's the outside dimensions. So that's 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the arc in general, right? This is where it would start, or no, would it start there? Sorry, just fell. What'd you fall on? Oh, I see our problem. Like that? Am I an idiot for not realizing that? Is that my template? That'll do it, honestly. No, because it's ramped up here, and then it's gonna... Oh, you know what? Actually, that might do it. That might do it. Let's just try it out. So let's tear this little part apart. What in the world are you doing here? Hello? I told you and your furry friends to either pay respects or leave. Fell on my door. I'm confusion. I have no idea what just happened. What is going on in my chat right now? Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So from the outside. Are you dying there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. There we go. 2, 3. Then go over until it reaches that 1. That, if it was that easy. This just goes to show that. This just goes to show you can't trust doors. Home Depot. Was deadly. What's the KDA of the door so far, though? How many assists does it have? Oh, ghost. There we are. Oh, I can sleep a little bit better. Jesus Christ. I knew that design was a little bit... It was just killing my brain. I was like, what are we doing? Now we're going to figure out how to make this plateau properly. Hey, what's going on? Okay. Okay. My voice is weird right now. Got rusty. You still on the training mode, or you still have to go back into the bots? You know, them bots sometimes help. How do you 360 no scope somebody if you're already dead? Isn't that like default being? Shouldn't like the shouldn't like if you're dead and you become a ghost and you try to kill somebody by being a ghost, shouldn't the 360 no scope thing be more like afterlife? You know, it's like afterlife, the afterlife metal, like where you leave a bunch of, basically like you start like you don't really like mess with them, but you start leaving stuff out a little bit out of place here and there, like the bottle that they were drinking out of is now facing the opposite direction when they turn back around. But notice that they don't notice it. They just like, huh, all right, cool. And you start doing that, right? To the point where after a little while, you start like, you know, putting more padding in their shoes so they trip every once in a while, or sometimes you take the padding out so they're uncomfortable some days, and they don't know what's going on. So psychological torture is where it's at, you know. Listen, I feel like if you're gonna do something, you gotta go ham, you know. Also, I write a lot of stuff. I'm a big writer. I write a lot of stories. So in order for me to have any type of say in anything, I have to make a story out of it. And that was that. Oh yeah, just make a slant. Oh yeah. I feel like this is gonna be pretty. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, I write a lot of stories that don't end up going anywhere, and because of that, I learned to try to figure out how to make the best stories out of like whatever situation. People ask all the time, how do you make a good story? And the way to make a good story is, how do you lie convincingly? That's really it. Like, I'm not even lying. How do you lie convincingly? If you can make a story, lie convincingly, where people can believe your lie, the door is back, help. What you gotta say is knock knock. They have to stop, because that is the password. Okay, so you didn't respond. What happened? Did you say knock knock? Okay, you did not say knock knock in time. Okay, I see what happened. Oh no. Oh no. Someone forgot to read the book on Doors 101. Sometimes they will attack. Please say knock knock. They like the jokes. Come up with a good one, and they might even tell their friends to not kill you. Sometimes though. Just only sometimes. They're rebellious, them suckers. Because sometimes they jam your toe for no reason. I have my door specifically to blame for that. The door's been burnt? Wow. You took aggressive measures. I would say wait till it stops moving and chuck it outside. After you chuck it outside, make sure you stamp on it, break it with an axe, use it for marshmallows. And then you have a good thing. Right door. Hey, door, knock knock. He did not answer. He's tired of all mine. I was gonna tell him the other one. Oh, he's listening now. You thought you would get a free one out of me, huh? It didn't stop moving though. You burned it. He's not gonna accept a knock knock joke now. Doors love to laugh. Okay. You should have told him a knock knock joke. Doors love to laugh. What's probably gonna happen is he's probably gonna end up getting his bigger door friends to come back. You better have a good knock knock joke ready. Okay? I don't have a good knock knock joke. I have a lot of mediocre ones. What's up, Revis? Oh no, I don't know anybody's schedule. I don't know what anybody does. No, I haven't been streaming for a couple days. I've just been literally sick for the super busy one, and two just like dead on my bed. It's not been fun for me right now. But you know what? I'm not gonna let it get to me. What has happened happened. My stomach has returned to being in normal status, and I no longer feel like I'm dying on the inside. And I will start continuing to stream. I always streamed at this time. I guess you were pretty new, so you don't know. But yeah, I usually stream around this time during the week. Just this time, my body made me a liar. Okay, is there a lookout? There is a lookout. Oh yeah, he entered at a point where we're talking. Listen, it's on a PC. I don't know how to make it to the world, brah. I wish. I really do wish. But I can't even transfer this to Xbox, my dude. I tried. It crashed the game like 6 times. I think this is the part. Let's see. There, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, this is not the regular world where I'm usually in. I just thought, I started building this world with my brother Mayhem, and we just thought it'd be fun to kick out about and sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna continue to build in this because we have some builds in here that I like. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. I smelly. How you know this? Ain't nobody else in my room right now. Either you got some really cool new PC that ain't nobody heard about that has smell-o-vision, and you gotta share that crap. Let me know. First the like. What if smell-o-vision was a thing, right? What if smell-o-vision was a thing? What would certain like would you be able to smell the subway? Like, this is the thing I want to know. The amount. Could you smell the desperation from the people at Subway being like, this is not what I wanted to do with my life? I wish this was I wanted to be an astronaut. I feel like I got way too depressing. Like, immediately I think I got way too depressing. A double is? Yes, I'm from California. That is a menu item on In-N-Out. I will. All right. Sandwich, let's just hope that you have a knock-knock joke ready when he greets you. Because doors are actually polite. You are awake right now. When the door wakes you, remember the knock-knock joke. That's all you gotta do. Okay? Remember the knock-knock joke. A double or a knock-knock joke? A double? A double is just basically like as basic as I can make it. I got an ace in 5 hours. Jesus. Oh my God. Why are you here right now? Go to sleep or write that essay. A double is basically a double cheeseburger. As basic as I can put that statement. Or what? DD, designated driver. DD, as in the 2 sugars. What's In-N-Out? It's an American fast food chain. It's a great smash burger if you haven't ever had one. But there's plenty of places that sell that. There we are. that work? Alright. Peace, man. See you soon. I feel like this is gonna have... No, that was Revis. That was Revis. Revis is a bit of a hectic man. I don't like it either, man, but he's a bit of a hectic man. I've dealt with people like him before. He's cool. Just that there's a barrier of entry. Okay, let's go right here. This is where I'm gonna... Yeah. Nope, that's not where I want it. Yeah. So now I gotta make something that goes all the way to right here. This is my guides. These are my guides. And it looks like there is... Yeah, it comes out from there. So the rain... So it's like an outpost almost type deal. Okay. There is... Looks like there's a second floor to it too, huh? Huh. ABBA? All I can think of is ABBA. You mean the music? ABBA? I'm not 100% on what you mean, brah. Man. Oop, that's not what I wanted. That's a real rough. It's a real rough, but it'll get there. Mamma Mia, the scary movie. Like I said before, not a huge fan of horror films. I watched a couple in my day, but due to the fact that I just don't like horror films, I choose to not watch them. It's a rom-com? Oh, Mia. I might be thinking of a different film. You know what? Scratch that. I know I'm thinking of a different film. There we are. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Nice. I'm gonna need to look that one up. If it's not, because I know Mamma Mia being a very different movie, we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna have a conversation with the door. Oh boy, that's a conversation with a door. Why did I say that out loud? Okay, and then, okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to make indentions. Dang it. It's not gonna make a lot of sense. I like the narrative we built. Yeah, this is a little too short and stout for the taste that I want to bring to it. However, the form is okay. So I feel like if I join those, that makes it better. Today is Thursday, right? The next stream should be, I say should be because I'm never 100%, but should be Saturday in the morning, American Central Time at 6. No. I don't do it 6 anymore. I do it around 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning. So sort of like a Saturday morning cartoon. They come around 8 or 9 in the morning. And I decide when on the day. So I guess that is true. I can't be 100%. I don't know the way that the world is added up. Sounds weird when I say that sentence out loud. But yes, I guess it would be Friday there. Okay. You know what? I was not. I don't know whether to keep this or not. I have no idea, dude. You got me stumped. Let's see. Hold on. How far? Let's see this. Hold on. Okay, Google. What time is it in England right now?
Is 1:47 a.m.
So you're ahead by 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. 0, 1. So 6 hours. So you're ahead. Yeah, you're ahead of me by 6 hours. So if it's yeah, it would actually be the same day. It'd be the same day. It's same day in the afternoon for you though. It'd be Saturday afternoon for UK people. I wonder if I can ask that question. Okay, Google. If it is 9 o'clock a.m. here, what time would that be in England?
3 p.m. Thursday in England, UK.
So it would be 3 p.m. That's in the middle of the day. Okay, thank you, Google. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know you can ask that question to Google. Google has gotten a bit more advanced since the first time I've used it. Google, our favorite AI partners growing up. Soon. Very soon. Golly, that took a sharp turn into Vale very quick. Yes, it is a weird stream, isn't it? I don't ever stream normally, okay? My streams usually contain a lot of just talking. Whatever makes a topic, makes a topic. I don't ever talk about anything regular. I'm a guy in a mask. Like, what did you think what this stream was going to be about? It's a guy in Minecraft who wears a mask on the internet that tells stories about puppets. throwing a celebration that takes 3 days. I don't even know why I wrote that. He also talks about some guy named Chris that makes himself in a relationship. Talks about how he broke his arm on the internet. About the time that some girl took a pass at him on the internet. I'm just a weird person in general. Okay, it's just a general. Yeah, I'm weird. Okay. First and foremost, I like this. We're gonna have to modify it. Let's see. Oh man, it's still flat as a freaking board. Ugh. To go back to it though. That broken arm, yeah. A lot of people like that story. People don't like it because it's slow and deliberate. But I'm like, that was kind of the point. Because if I made something in my regular pace of talking, a lot of people wouldn't get it. It would be too fast paced. And I edit very, very quickly. So, because of that, like I was like, I need something that is slow, deliberate. It makes sense. People will, can understand the flow of it a bit better. So I made it slow and deliberate for that reason. There's a comment that I'm actually gonna read that comment out here that somebody made onto it. Someone got really butthurt at this comment. I don't know if it still exists to this day. There it is. Okay. He said, "What the fudge is this? Why was I shown? Why was this shown as an ad? What fudging value does this provide me? Your storytelling sounds like you're speaking to preschool children. You're wearing a mask over your face, and for fudge's sake, by far the weirdest and most irrelevant ad I've seen. YouTube is such trash anymore." And I on Twitter posted saying, I don't think this guy knows that you can skip an ad. You surely don't have to comment on it. Like, no one's telling you to do these things. You can totally just skip right over it. But, I obviously didn't stay silent because the reply I put to it was, "This is a video about my childhood. I pay for ads, therefore you got one." And, value has always been subjective. It's never, ever towards anybody specifically. Value, like, what may be valuable to me, maybe not valuable to somebody else, but something that is super immensely valuable to somebody else could be like a pass in the wind to me. Like, for example, it's super, like, in real world example, you might not need an EpiPen, so you probably never think about it. It probably is super irrelevant to you. But some people might need an EpiPen. So therefore that person is almost essential that they have an EpiPen, whereas you don't. So that's the whole thing. And, slow and deliberate, yeah, it makes sense. I told that already. And the mask, it really just helps me stick out like a sore thumb. It's really the reason I got the mask on. It was a way of branding myself. Also, the intro kind of did that to myself too. The hello people of the internet. Yeah. I haven't played that game. I've never been a fan. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Yuri, tall, black hair, right? Purple Hill, but yes. Okay, so that's okay. So I know which one you're talking about. Let's see now. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's Miss Knives. Okay. That That is the okay. That was the one that was messed up. That was the one that was all kinds of messed up for a multitude of reasons. To be fair, though, honestly, here's my question about not necessarily documentary literature, but those visual novels, visual novel dating simulator type games in general. Those games, like, I played one of those games that was in Tokyo Literature Club, and it was like weird because the game is essentially teaching you to listen to every minute detail that this girl has to say because it might come up in like something else later. Like there was a free one that wasn't DDLC, and it was just a weird experience. Not necessarily because I have like it felt like, and I'm not even saying this because it's like maybe it's proven or not, but it feels like the people who program these games really want you to feel like you're dating these people. Yeah, but it could be a toss in the wind. But if that's the extent they're going to make it portray like this is a real living human environment, that you're physically going like out with these virtual people, I understand why waifus exist now. Because they're like stylized in a way that obviously appeals to you. You can go after whichever one you would like to seek out, correct? And that's obviously a thing. I told him I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow because I'm ready to go back to work. Just a little boom. 3 days. Usually, apparently food poisoning usually takes longer. But 3 days is all it took for me to get 100% back. The reason to be fair, I like, necessarily because of I like reading plot heavy things. It makes sense to me. I love it. Right? Like when, manga makes a lot of sense to me because it's like a comic book that has a story that spans more and over than anything else. And there's robot fighting in it. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm gonna be hooked to this thing. Right? That's why, like, for me, a lot of visual novels interest me. I played one visual novel that was technically a dating sim, and then I was smacked in the face with something that I didn't like. I didn't know it existed. I was 100% in my head. I was like, oh, what the heck? Why is this? It's gross. Why is this so gross all of a sudden? It was a game that I played on YouTube a while back. I took it down. It's called Sisters in Hotel. And I never recommend that game into anybody because I only got through the first hour of that game, and I even pretended to like it in the YouTube video. But golly, did I hate editing that video. I had 4 episodes ready too. I was just like, no, I can't do this to myself. It was the whole game was centered around how can I say this without YouTube just picking up on it? Familial love, and they were very much underage, and I was like, this is just sickening me to my core. I didn't know this kind of thing existed on a platform meant for games. It was the weirdest experience when I purchased it because I was like, oh, I'll do a visual novel, whatever. I like reading sometimes, and this is a game. Why not? Worst decision I made with my money so far. So good that it only cost me $1.50, but at the same time, it was never again. I'm gonna be reading tags from now on. That's how that works, or recommendations for the people who have genuinely good non-that visual novels, because that was just a horrible mess. Okay. Okay, I was drinking like a millimeter off of the top. Okay. Pro tip to anybody who enjoys a refreshing Coca-Cola. If you ever have ice in a Coca-Cola, ice melts. It forms a layer of water on top that has no fizz. You'll be drinking that for about, how long have I been streaming now? A while? However long it takes. And it's until you go drink past that you get the flavor back. Because it was flat up until that point. I took a dive. I was like, this is gross. I'm just going to chug it. And then I took a big old heaping helping of fizz. And I was like, ugh. Oh boy. Ah boy. But that was this is why when I write stories, like I wanted to, if you ever watched my videos called Sincerely Chris, that was the series that basically, I wanted to stretch my writing muscles a little bit on that one. I wanted to see what it would be like to write a chronological, like almost like in tandem storyline, and I wanted to have a woman voice actress and a voice actor playing it out. Obviously, it wasn't going to be me. I like directing people. I think that was a good direction to have. However, I was strapped for cash at the time, and I could not afford a voice actor. Otherwise, I would have asked for references from people that I know and I would have paid them. I know there's places like voice acting, call casting club, and places like that. But realistically, I'm trying to start networking with professionals, and this needs to be big there. Or I can make a courtyard. That's gonna take some time. Okay, you know what? There's a coin here. Penny. Head says courtyard. Tails says Market Alley. Dang it. It's not the one I wanted. Oh, well, I guess I know what I wanted to do anyways. Okay, so I'll make a courtyard. So from this wall, it's still not big enough to make a courtyard though. All right. Hey tree, I love you to pieces, but you're gonna have to die now. Flint. I just hate that about Minecraft. You go to type something in and you type in we. Alright. Let's see if that burns all the way up. Just to make sure it does. What's crazy is that vines actually don't let fire spread sometimes. Okay, so how long have I been going for? Let's actually check the times. Oh, that's not. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, I almost messed that up, but we're good. Yes, the fire is burning. Make that 4 hours to my essay? What's your essay about? Maybe I can help. I don't write essays anymore. I feel like since I'm taking time away from your essay, might as well I can help you. Okay. No, I gotta make sure this. I'm an idiot. Okay. So this is my first block here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, actually, you know what? I want to count this one, which I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? Why am I? I'm an idiot. Just count in tens. Just count 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then just go straight across and just put somewhere over here. Self-harm can be caused by a lot of things. I've actually... this is the American school system for you. I've actually written a book report on a book that I never read. It's the perfect storm of just like knowing somewhat about... Because usually if it's about self-harm, right? We talk about self-harm all the time. In fact, there are many studies suggesting that self-harm is caused by none other than being left alone and not having enough attention drawn to yourself. So a lot of times it is brought onto yourself. You bring it onto yourself through trying to get attention because of that. Now, I'm not to say that that is exclusively the point. Sometimes there are things you can't control, like behavioral disorders, which things like Asperger's and what's the other one? Asperger's, like Down syndrome has that problem a lot. Things of that nature. And if the book has any references to that, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we are. Put that right there. I'm gonna build it there. So. And the book is probably a good example of these specific type of people. Whether or not you realize that having an example in this book is a good thing or a bad thing, you have to realize that while that might be a consequence of us not understanding the medium or the reason as to why someone would want to participate in self-harm, it is a means to either get it is a means of some kind of end. People who do have a habit of self-harm tend to have tendencies of either having mental disorders, or at the very least having problems relating to mental disorders. I only know this because I dealt with a bunch of autistic kids, people who have behavioral disorders, and kids who might as well be categorized as mentally ill. And not to say that these kids aren't the most wonderful kids on the planet, no fault of their own, or maybe even fault of their parents. It's just that their chromosomes lined up the wrong way, or maybe they were born with a defect that had this specific problem. But working with these kids, I clearly could have I could clearly tell that there was just, it's something that is treated as abnormal, but is as normal as the day is 24 hours. Like it's like night and day. It's the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this island. We don't need it. This is a lot to destroy. You know what? It's not a lot to destroy if you destroy it from the top down, is it? Oh. I don't know if I would have even said helped you. I went on a long rant. Like I said before, that's how usually I write stuff. I will do voice to text or leave myself a voice memo, and that's how I usually will start writing. If you have an essay, that's how I usually will recommend you to write an essay, is to voice to text, and don't even look back. Just hand it in your first draft, because if it's first draft of an essay, that's how I've typed it in. That's how I've done it. I've literally talked into a mic for 5 minutes and paragraphed it where I thought the paragraphs were, and cited the book a couple times, and that's it. What's the book about? It's about self-harm. Okay, so we can talk about self-harm in the place around you, and see how that relates back to the book that you're currently writing about. Start with something broad and bring the scope back in, because you need some kind of synchronicity to the thing that you're about to write. Because if it's not synchronous, then there is no gravity to the situation. There's no way to bring it back home for the reader to feel. First draft, we don't do that here. Yeah, figures, right? But yeah, that's how usually I would write a first draft, where I would yeah, it's weird. First draft, huh? Well, you guys are really roughing it out there, huh? But I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's gross. Oh, man, excuse me. I need that sugar. But that's a good way to start. Have you seen our weather? No. Why is it concerning? Oh, should I make it a 4? Okay, I just wanted to do that one time. I don't know why that came in my brain. Let's just go 2 over. Because I am about to just doubt myself once and then have a mistake come up again later. If I'm making a courtyard, I need to make it a perfect square, which means that it has to go out in 4 directions. Oh boy, that would be. Watch out, single ladies. Don't want to end up with another. Don't want to end up with another with a Jane the Virgin out here. I was thinking about. I'm still too busy thinking about how mildly gross and interesting that comment was. Just thinking about it, I just can't stop thinking about that. Must suck to be a lady during that time. You gotta really be wearing contraceptives to be on your top of it. You couldn't have just said it starts snowing really hard. You had to say it like that, didn't you? Hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's not. you harsh liar. You mean sleet, my good person. All right. You do not mean that. Just trying to make me say it on stream, you weirdo. Listen, I'm not that easily fooled. Okay. I love the attempt though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was exact. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why did I say that with a twang? I have no idea what you're saying right now, man. Oh, you thought, okay, so you thought the word frick was crick? And you're like, crick. You know? Hey, can't blame you. If you've only ever heard it on the internet, then I can't blame you. It's a very easy word to miss. At the same time, I would have been like, let me listen to it a couple times. Maybe there is an F in there. Because I don't know if you know this, but the word that you say with a K doesn't mean what you think it means. Because if it means that, then I've been taught wrong my entire life. I'll be honest with you. There's gonna be a market. Corey. I never realized how big a market was until I'm over here designing one. I'm like designing a mall here or something. Jesus. It's also not a good mall too. Like this is like I'm designing a. Oh no. I've turned off autocorrect, but I've turned on auto predict. So it tries to tell me what I've done. Neither am I. Like it's not. It's in a competition, brah. Or I don't even know. Who cares? But like forgot the L. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Yes. Commander. Commander, we have the appropriate amount of space to make the expansion. Do we proceed? That is incorrect, sir. You have to make sure that the entire space is space is completed before we continue with the procedure. Affirmative. I don't know what I was doing there. Something in my brain just clicked that. I don't know what in the world clicked that. Maybe it was my voice. I don't know what happened. My voice was like, it would be a good time to do this kind of impression. And I don't know what happened. Okay. So, usually in the middle of a courtyard, it diamonds in or circles out from a middle point of either 4 or 1 in Minecraft. And since I'm making a 5/2 design, I had to make it a 4 center. Which is always difficult to design for because circles don't make sense in a 5/2 format. Buildings are 5, buildings are 5, but everything else is 2. So, like for sake of example, these buildings here are 5, but the archway is a 2. Ooh, something smells like it probably can get me sick again, and I'm not about to do that. And like I'm saying, a 5/2 design for me is when the blocks of these are in odd groupings of 5 or odd numbers. So these are 3, 5, 7, 9. So the houses are all 5/3, or at the very least trying to be too close to that. Whereas roads and buildings are all on multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, and 8, or 10, whatever, right? So if I count here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Going down this way, this is 10, that's 10, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And since this is not part of the structure, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then from here, it's another 10, another 10. 10 is the only common denominator that is close between 5 and 2. So that's the breaking point where everything kind of makes sense, and that's why everything gets really big, because it requires 50 blocks for anything to make any sense. But I'm in a bind, because now I can't tell the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Usually in a mall, what is in the center? It's like a Santa. This is usually where Santa stands. Those guys. Oh, I guess that wouldn't make sense if I said that joke out here, huh? Because you're in the UK. Doesn't make any sense if I make the ringing bell Santa joke. You ever been to a mall before? How old are you? That might be too much of a question. Let's not answer that, please. Okay, come on. Oh yeah. You have never been to like a small outlet shop where they be at sometimes, do the thing with the shops and such, where they got the things where they got the belts and the hoops and the yeah, it wouldn't make any sense if I were to. Okay, so you're like super behind what I'm saying, but once you catch up, you understand. Let me wait for you to catch up though. It's gonna be long silences. Up. Okay. Oh boy, this is. Why did I choose to do this? I realized how much work I made myself do. There you go. Okay, so you caught back up. Yes, I do mean the charity clause. I don't know what they call it in some other places. I know it as the blue Santa. Don't know what the delay is. All right, I'm gonna actually. You know what? I think I can look at the delay. Let's see how long this delay is. Let's see how long this delay is. I'm going to. So my time is right here. But I'm also gonna do this. I'm gonna go here and put this right here, and I'm gonna put time in seconds. Okay, so that's my exact time right now. And my clock is 13 seconds ahead. It seems so that means we might be 13 seconds ahead of the things over here. So I just wanted to see if everyone understood how where this lag might be coming from the conversation. Make everyone just. I like what I did because it makes everyone stare at their phones and be like, oh, he's like a full 30 seconds ahead. And I'm like, maybe. It might be a possibility that I'm 30 seconds ahead of everybody. How do I improve on this design? This is just a market alley. Let's see. Let me look at this on the top view. Okay. You have no idea what's going on in my head right now. I'm just like, it's just like drawing and redrawing and redrawing and. That might work. I like that idea. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. So we might have to start building, but what about the white side wings? I have to include them. But those can. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna have to make diagonal houses. But we've done that before. I made one diagonal house once. I can do it again. Diagonal houses are kind of actually very difficult. Like, this is a diagonal house. It looks okay, but designing it was difficult because, like, there's no way this makes any sense in Minecraft. Because it looks okay, but God, there's like no way you can put anything anywhere. That's what I started with. I'm probably gonna tear this down once I'm done over here. This thing is just a creativity simulator. Wow, this Sky City really took a turn. Like, I'm really making a full-fledged Sky City now. With a mall. Like, what? How do you get deliveries in a mall in a Sky City? Do they send it through by carrier pigeon? Oh, I would love to think that they do that. What are the stories you could tell? Oh, you're dancing. Oh boy. I like making music. And when you can make music that you yourself can dance to, you know that's the part that you're good. You can't make stuff. Like, you can't make stuff that you're just not genuinely proud of, because then it's just a parasitic environment. You didn't make that for yourself. You made that because you wanted something out of it. 5, 6. And it's never a good idea when you just can't make something out of it. Right? So we're going to diagonal this one. You see, I was going to play Siege today, and then something hit me. It was like, dude, I don't think Siege is a good idea, because for one, you're not good at Siege, and for two, you're not good at Siege. And then my brain turned to my schedule, and it said, yeah, you're right. So I chose to play Minecraft instead, and they were like, yeah, you can design pretty well. Wow, this... That gonna have to do. That gonna have to do. Cause I don't know. I don't. No. Listen, we got this far, didn't we? Oh, we are not far at all. Wow, this is gonna be close jungle. Like close jungle. I almost did something that I almost regretted. Close jungle. Just imagine what my brain went for a second. Such a freaking... Oh boy. Although to be fair, I'm pumped to go back to work. Being stuck in my house for so long got me. I'm like, dude, I love my job. Got pumped to go back to work. Cool thing is, my boss was actually the one that was like, "Oh, we're not having you sick in my customers' houses. No. You taking days off, fam." And I was like, "Okay." Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, peace person, peace gang. I'll see you soon. I feel like this isn't right. I feel like it was a miscount. It's counting on the block. Why'd I be bad? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wasn't miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This isn't miscounted though. Why is this miscounted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I miscount on this side? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did, and everything's off by 1. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? That's the most horrible upset ever. I'm off by 1 on my primary block. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm off by 1 on my primary block. Gosh darn it. That is my horrible B. I'll take that L. I'm gonna take that. But that doesn't make any sense though, because that means everything moves over 1, and I'm still off over here. I still have to make the shop. So let's just make everything proper dimensions from this wall. Yeah, everything's off by 1. So let's move everything over 1. Which is soul crushing because it's a little soul crushing. Let's just make sure this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's incorrect. Okay. Yeah, because look, now it's still not straight. That's the problem with the 5x2. It has to meet somewhere, and it's going to be off in some places. And I have to figure out how to design it properly. 10, because that means it has to be 20 blocks away. And obviously, this isn't a straight 20 blocks. It's a 20... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 block fixture that is not divided evenly into... Oh, you know what? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I'm good. I am good. So we just gotta move everything over 1 block. Jesus. What? Ooh, but that sucks. This path moves over 1 block, and then this is effed up again. How do I fix that? Oh, but this is more tricky than I thought it was gonna be. No. Oh no. The problem here is I gotta make sure that this measurement here makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's count from everything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that has to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, buddy. I think we may have just saved it. Oh, buddy boy. We may have just saved it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, boy, we may have just saved it. Yeah, don't just fly over like that, guys. Always measure, measure, measure. I was just cutting and going, wasting material. Because I guess technically there's not material in Minecraft, but you get what I'm saying. Ooh, what was that? I felt that one. Still gonna move over 1, and then it's gonna be even further off. No, it's not going to be. Okay. I want to get finished with this path and the layout at the very least. At least the building blocks out of the way, so that makes any type of. Oh my god. It's even. I think I made a 5x5 by accident. Yeah, I did everything 5, which makes, I mean, it's okay. Not at the end of the world. I'll just make this a 3. Oh, snap. Well, that's not the end of the world either. Okay. That's my bad. Alright. Sorry, you guys were watching a small little screen with 2 different sets of sounds. Even with that, man, I still am off somehow. The building blocks are not there, though. There we are. Ah, okay. Okay, now I can breathe a little bit easier. Knowing I know what I want to do is starting to take a little bit of form. That archway kind of messed me up. I mean, to be fair, I do want to. This archway is gonna have to come in. Ooh, that's gonna be a project. Okay. Next. Why are you cats on my property? There we are. There we are. Here we are, back again. Oh boy. That was, frankly, way easier than I thought it would be. Okay. So the skeleton of the rooms part has been built. That, I mean, all I did was take this part and then mirror it. That's all I needed to do. Alright, skeleton of that was built. Once that skeleton has been built, you know what I'm gonna do? From now on, I need just to carry like a night vision potion. So I just like, it looks bright all the time. I made the weather not cycle, which makes it good. Because it was always raining here because of the freaking rainforest. Okay, so I'm done building this. Let's go ahead and take that away. Image. Okay. So we cross it here. This is gonna have to be some kind of triangular shop, or I make the shops from the inside. Am I gonna have to carry that line though? I want to carry that line. It's gonna have to be that way. It's gonna have to be from these lines, from the back all the way throughout. That means that the shops that start from here have a jut out and go all the way out. From this point all the way out. That's fine. I know I'm going back to. So I'm just going to lay out the inside walls with the charcoal. Coal blocks. The inside walls. The points of the inside walls anyways. I ain't about to do a bunch of stuff right now. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to expand this to a 4, isn't I? I'm trying to think of exactly how I'm going to build the upper deck, because the upper deck is actually it makes a lot more sense to start thinking about it now and figuring out how you're going to get that upper deck to do what you want it to do, because it is going to overhang a tad bit because you need walking space, but it's not going to be ridiculous to the point where you need this part here, but you want this to show on top, so you almost want the inversion of this. So if I will take this, so these are actually in the inner wall. These are just my guiding posts for the upper inner walls. So this is the roof here. Actually, that's a little too low. The walls are usually huge. So that's where I want that to go. Right? So this is the corner. No, actually, no. You know what? Because it's the corner of it, you do want a little bit of not overhang on there, because sometimes they hang a Christmas tree right at the corner, right? So you want that there. This tells me do not. Right? But you do need the circle. Oh crap, I'm doing the thing I exactly told myself not to do a couple seconds ago. Oops. There we are. That's what I want to see. So we do switch a little bit here, but most of this is going to be walking path anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And then we're going to have lookouts for, like, touristy things, I guess. Nice. Am I here? I am not here. But you are there. But here's the thing. I'm also there. It's there. Is that one that? Is that's what that is? Is that what that is? That is exactly what that is. Wow. Wow. Talk about exact block placement. That might have to do it though. I didn't even plan that, but that's how that worked. The cool thing is, since it's not fancy graphics, I can like tell what my lines are because of the shadows, because they always will fall straight down if you have not fancy graphics on. Ooh, boy. I forgot to move this over one, didn't I? I did. I'll fix that right now. I got 8 minutes to fix that. Leave a blueprint. All kinds of sketched out Harry, and I do this all the time actually, to be fair. When I design something, you can design something on it on like that on any type of platform really right now at this point. Anything that lets you draw, you can design something. And I've often left designs just unfinished, opened, and I've never gone back to them because I didn't think they'd amount to much. And then I go back to them like, hey, why didn't I finish this? This is actually a pretty good idea. And then I just like try it again and then do the same thing again. Like it's like ghosting future me. What was that? It's like a bright orange core over there. Still gotta change this to a forward walkway. Maybe even an inside walkway, because this is technically inside. It is like an inside mall thing, so maybe an inside, possibly. We'll see. Obviously, there's also some design choices I need to make about how to build the inside, whether or not we're gonna have a wing over here that also connects to the top, which basically binds this whole thing to a rigid, like basically like a small crosshair mall, which, you know, happens every once in a while, but usually they're much longer. But, you know, Minecraft is Minecraft. There's only so many items in Minecraft that you can put up to sell. I mean, now there's so many, but they have to be framed. So only so many framed items in Minecraft. Dude, it looks amazing. I chose a good place to like start building. Like, it's not even kidding. Don't like this song. Okie dokie. I think that might do that. Okay. Let's see what we got for time. Oh, buddy, we're overtime. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for whoever's watching from here, future, and beyond. Thank you so much. We did so much around this time. I started designing a little mall here. Designing it, not actually gonna finish it because it's an undertaking. Because this was a plan from the beginning, but at the same time, I didn't want it to be this over-designed. Still rough on the front. Next time, I'm going to start on the neighborhood corridors, which are going to be over here. Don't know what type of neighborhood corridor I'm going to be choosing. I might as well look at some designs, but not all the designs. I'm looking at like how neighborhoods are designed in general, and maybe making like a small windmill pattern, or even like a Candyland pattern, which a lot of a Candyland pattern, or a spoken wheel pattern, maybe one of those, because I like it. But due to the erratic nature here, I might just do zigzags, or a tiered layered system with like different types of things going on. I'll decide later, but we'll see what happens next time. When I stream, the next stream is scheduled for Saturday morning, Central U.S. time at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So whoever was watching, thank you so much. From here, future and beyond, thank you. Because like what you see, love me and I love you back, because I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.